Hello! So if you are wanting to reduce your anxiety, then this will interest you. So why is anxiety at an all-time high, and how might phobias give an insight to solving it? But first, oh no, I did it again. But first, hi, I'm Will Perry and I help make complex theories simple. It's not good enough to understand, we need to take action. I'm not clinically trained, but I've been an executive coach since 2001. I was head of action learning at the BBC. But in the last 13 years, I've been focused on this one question. Why do we get so stuck, and what's it got to do with this shadow side? How I help people. Firstly, I can do it for you. I can work really intensely, closely, or I can do it with you in the small online groups. Or you can do it yourself with the online program. But also I've got lots of free content and free programs, so come and find out more. Do like, subscribe and share. But here is the video of the day. The video of the day. So I must remember to press that button. It has to be in the... Anyway, I've been a coach since 2001. That's quite a thing, isn't it? I saw an advert the other day about become a full life coach, or it wasn't executive coach, a full coach or something for £47. I thought, that's interesting. Anyway, anxiety is at an all-time high. I remember the stats I put on my website and things like that I've often used. The World Health Organization in 2019, so a little bit out of date now, were that there were 284 million people suffering from anxiety around the world. And that was a low estimation. And we know that it's just gone skyrocketed because of the pandemic, and the usage of antidepressants has been the highest on record, and they don't work. They suppress some of the results of anxiety, but they don't solve the anxiety, the cause of it. So it's a massive thing, and and maybe you suffer from anxiety to a certain extent. I think it's a bit like alcoholism. Having gone teetotal because I was effectively an alcoholic, although I was able to stop it. There's words, phrases for high functioning, insert addiction. Disease, or not disease, disorder. So high functioning anxiety, high functioning depression, high functioning alcoholic. Means you're kind of getting by, you're living, you're surviving, but you're not. It hasn't. You're able to function. It hasn't completely beaten you. So maybe I was a high functioning alcoholic. I was having drinking every night. But I think who does? Not who doesn't. I think so many people use alcohol as a prop, lean emotional support. And isn't that the addiction, the definition of addiction? Something you do that has a short-term benefit, but it has a long-term hindrance to you. Anyway, anxiety is just such a massive thing, and the anxiety medication in the Western society doesn't work. It just suppresses some of the symptoms of it. So I'm suggesting it's a bit like the phobia. So what I've got is our little spidery friend here. Hello, spidery friend, because this is the most common form of phobias. And excuse me. What happens when we have a phobia? Because I did training, NLP training, neuro-linguistic programming training back in 2004, I think it was. And there were fast phobia cures, this, fast that, fast that. I was fascinated by it. And I've done the training for it. But I don't really use it because I thought this would change stuff. This would change everything, especially the negativity I was experiencing in my head. Wow, and I'd had panic attacks in the past, and this stuff can change it. So let's just look at what a panic attack is. It's a response, a physical, an immediate, automatic response to our little spidery friend there. So I put a little smile on him so it doesn't trigger any of you. I can put him into a current if you want, take his legs off, but you can do that in your head. The automatic fired off response to a current with a smile creates that physical response. Whatever the trigger is for whatever phobia, and they've got masses of phobias. They create one and give it a different title. It's lovely. That are malfunctions, are disorders. So we can have a phobia that will trigger automatically, reliably trigger a response. And what is it? What did I call it? Inauthentic response. So down at the bottom here, spider plus brain, what's gone into it, equals panic. Yes, you can see that, panic. So that's the panic, the phobia, the panic response, the automatic. And where's it come from? It's come from, generally, many times, it comes from, that I've dealt with, comes from brother throwing, woo, said current with smile, at little sister. And laughing, and not understanding, and you know, and that's okay. So often you think, well, how can but it's not just once, it's twice, and then being generally scared. And what the brain does is brain does copy and paste. So then it doesn't just do it to that specific spider, or that plastic spider, or that joke spider, or that nighttime, or that daytime, or that. What it does goes copy paste spider, pump, copy paste spider, pump. Oh, there's a picture of a spider. You see, copy paste, pump, triggers that one. It takes all the information. It's like a computer. You put general search in, all information regarding to said current friend. Current with smiley face, all information to that, trigger it, funnel it into. So everything, so expand, expand on that, and put it like it's like a funnel. And that funnel goes into, everything goes into there related to spiders, into that funnel, and the brain copies and pastes it, generalizes it, copies and pastes it. So it's no longer about this one thing that happened, it's about everything relating to, because the brain can come up with all the images it's ever seen, and it can use the imagination to come up with all sorts of images, and you're probably doing that now, so stop that, do it. So it can generalize, and that's what it is, and then that triggers the response. That's why phobias are so wonderfully reliable. When you have a proper phobia, when you're a bit scared, it'll trigger a scared response, but phobic responses are generally very useful. Now, the reason I'm talking about this with anxiety, what do we have with anxiety? I feel it's very, very similar. So what we have with anxiety, it's an automatic response, except the difference is it's not a generalized thing about spiders per se. It's not about a specific external event. This one's more specific about an internal event which creates a belief. Okay, a belief, and that might be around life, which involves people. It might be about people, what certain people said, bullying, teasing, being laughed at, friends, family, or it could be travel, moving, fear about knocking somebody over, fear about, catastrophizing, makes up images in your head that, my God, transfix you can't possibly. What the brain is doing is this same sequence of events, if you like. It's taking the funnel, putting it into your brain. Everything is going in there, though, about anything that involves you, if this makes sense, and that belief, that I'm not good enough, not worthy, not clever enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not fit enough, not, mine was useless. So I'm useless. I had that belief. I'll put that in there. Useless. So if you believe, rock solid, it's not like, you're not Will. Oh, cool. All right. It's a belief. No. Okay, thank you. I am. You can't have somebody say you're not, because I know I am. And I got over that one, that useless one. But it took a buggery long time to even find it, let alone get over it. So if you're anxious, what you're doing is triggering not your little spidery current with a smile. So you're not. It's not no longer about this one. What you're doing instead, if I just get that, we've got all the different things instead. So it's all the life stuff, the people, all the worries that you have from past experiences. The brain is copy and pasted, copy and pasted, copy and pasted. What could happen? What if it everything builds on this belief. It compound effect. You know, the compound, that money can grow and grow, and over time double double double. The same thing happens with this belief. This belief becomes disproportionate, out of all sync with reality, and this belief grows and grows, and that triggers anxiety. It's now all these beliefs, not the little friend with the current friend with a smile. It's something specific. Yes, it's all these specific things that you can imagine and generalize and come up with, and the brain can imagine. But it's not about an external thing, one thing, i.e., the spider. It's these life experiences, and that becomes then not about a thing, but about you. So you plus brain, filtered all this crap, equals anxiety. Can you see that? Oh no, there. You plus brain equals anxiety. God! So what's the solution? It's a bit interesting, and it limits you in every way. You know that. You know, you don't need me to tell you how many different ways it limits you. It's like an invisible barrier to freedom. What have I got on the next page? Right, that. So I had to check. So invisible barrier to freedom. And again, if you suffer from some form of anxiety or worry or overthinking about what other people are meaning, or overthinking about, you know, this high functioning anxiety, however you class it, if you've got some form of anxiety, then you'll know that it's a barrier to your freedom to be authentic, freedom to be freedom to be free to go and do spontaneous things, because oh no, I can't, you know, this woomph, it'll be there. So how to solve it is to dive into the deeper beliefs. These bits here, these are the key bits down here. The key beliefs, and you might have heard me come up with a phrase of mother of all beliefs. You have to find the key beliefs that are driving all this filtering process about life, people, travel, whatever it is. All the filtering that then the brain copies and pastes, and filters into your brain. All that process there means that you plus everything that you filtered equals anxiety. It's like, yeah, you can't just take the filtering process away, because the brain does that automatically. You need a process for filtering. You need to make it positive. But at the moment, that's working in a negative way because you've fed it all this negativity here. So instead of filtering, you can't change the filtering bit. You can't change the you bit, because it's how do you, me, I am me. You know, you can't, what? It doesn't compute. So if you've just got to deal with the beliefs over here, sorry again, woo, oh yeah, let's go red. The beliefs over here, then it's like, okay, so the beliefs that are separate from me, ooh, upcoming calendar event. So the beliefs, which are not you, but they're your beliefs, they're separate. So that's what you can do. The filter, everything, the filter has happened and it's into your brain. But it's the key part of that is your beliefs. So that's what we need to change. We need to change the beliefs. In fact, I'll put that in red. The beliefs that, in fact, not in fact, the beliefs that impact every decisions, impact, that's the word I was looking for, impact every action you take or don't take. The beliefs are the things that are holding you and giving you anxiety and weighing you down. That's why I'm putting it on the, it weighs you down and gives you this invisible barrier. It's your beliefs. So that's why I'm said, these mother of all beliefs are so important. It's just a phrase I've given them, the mother of all beliefs. Find those key beliefs and then you can change it. And that's what the thing you need to change, because the fast phobia cure, the process that I found in NLP, NLP, for changing a phobia, it's a very specific thing. It's very specific to a thing that current with a smile, the brain is copy and pasted and filtered into the brain. So you've got lots of different references that it draws down and triggers off. Spider plus all that filtering equals panic. But what we've got is um, everything that you're filtering in kind of life, which you believe is about you, plus the brain and everything you're filtering about that and how you interact with life, it gives you anxiety. So everything in life gives you anxiety. But what if you can change that belief about you, so you and the world, oh, that's all right, actually, you can deal with it. You might know, it's probably too long now to talk about Emma's story. Yeah, it's too long. Emma's story that she now works as part of the team on, or is part of the team, the anxiety, the accountability partner. Sorry, I had to think about that. Accountability partner on the program, and it's a lovely thing. Who better to have than somebody that started off with anxiety and overweight, and then tackled every aspect of themselves to the point that they became really passionate about this stuff, and then actually developed some of the skills to be able to help other people through that that journey. So Emma has gone through from panic attacks to being able to manage and control her anxiety, which is just a lovely thing. So there's a proof in the pudding, and she's helping. She's helping other people. God bless her soul. So it's a lovely story, and you can find out about. You could probably search it or ask me for more details about Emma's story. Maybe you've seen it in different blogs because I have talked about it a few times. It's a nice example. So changing the belief is absolutely key. So what next? You might have seen that I've talked about the beta that I'm doing at the moment. So I'm updating the program, doing a new program, and really excited by it. And I'm doing it in beta. I've done this with the last program 3.5 years ago, which was it's not built yet, but as I build it, you can get access to it. You get access to it by joining now, at a very cheap rate. And it's 30% less, but more than that, you get loads of me inputting into directly, lots of time specifically with me that you wouldn't get in the normal program once it's built, and you get to be a part of the program as well. So in kind of snippets of reviews to help other people to understand the importance and significance of certain modules. You might be in that, and your quote might be in that to help other people get the maximum out of it, or where you struggled, or things like that. So there's mini testimonials in it, so immortalized forever in that. So that's a nice thing as well. But yeah, the biggest thing is that you get my time and my involvement directly with you, so much more than you will on the normal program. So the beta is Steps to Help You Fly. You can get that now by applying. So by doing that, by having a conversation with me, because you can't join without, you can't just go up, sign up, pay. You have to come through me just to see if there's a good fit, because there's no point you coming on the program and you're not a good fit for it. There's no point paying up and then finding you don't like me, you don't like the way I interact, you don't like my humor or anything like that. So we have to be a good fit for each other, and we can only do that by finding out, so by having a conversation. So it's all good, but if you want to join the beta, I'll be rolling it out over the next few, probably month or so. It's going to take a little while, but it is limited. So if you're thinking about that, do get in contact. Hope you're well. Hope you found this interesting. I'll be interested in your thoughts on that. But enjoy the rest of the day. This is a bit long, 18 minutes. Better go. All right, speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.